What's up, y'all? It's your boy Montaz. We back at it with another reaction video, and this is Lil Tjay response to PlaqueboyMax. So, what I got out of that situation, I kept in tune with that, is when this whole problem started when Plaque was telling Tjay just to stop smoking and whatnot. He still kept on continuing smoking in his Airbnb, which he doesn't even own. That's not even his in the first place, and it constantly kept on telling him to stop smoking and whatnot, but he still kept on continuing doing it up until he kicked him out and whatnot. And I know for a fact that that whole entire mess is being circulated throughout the whole entire internet. So let's get started with the reaction and let's begin.
Yesterday, I covered the story involving streamer PlaqueboyMax, rapper Lil Tjay, and rapper PlaqueboyMax. This situation caught a lot of attention on social media. PlaqueboyMax had not actually invited Lil Tjay and PlaqueboyMax into his stream, but apparently they just showed up like a lot of you informed me about. During the session, Lil Tjay lit up a joint inside the Airbnb that Max had rented out for the event. Max immediately told him, "Hey, you can't do that here. The smoke alarm might go off." Despite being told multiple times, Tjay continued smoking, and Max eventually, stopped the session to make it clear that they could smoke in the backyard if they wanted to continue. Before leaving, PlaqueboyMax, who's about to turn 35 in March, blew smoke in Max's face, whether intentionally or not. Regardless, it came across as blatantly disrespectful, and the two rappers left shortly after. Now, this is
that man, yo, he is too damn old to be acting like that. Like, you damn near about to be 35 and you constantly end up being that disrespectful. See, this is why certain people don't deserve to have that type of fame because of shit like that. They think that just because they rappers, they actors, or whatever it is that you consider the high value, like respectable person that has that type of status. Like certain people don't deserve to be that because of like how they be acting, plus their egos be getting in the way. And that right there is one of the primary examples. Like, if the man tell you to stop smoking, then stop smoking, especially when you're not even in the Airbnb that you don't own.
This is actually one of the more talked about stories in hip-hop right now. Crazy to say, but it's true. And it does actually make sense. I think stories like these hit home for a lot of people because, I'm sure we've all dealt with people who are disrespectful. So Lil Tjay ended up responding to this entire situation, and honestly, I don't even know what I was expecting, but I will go ahead and say that this might be one of the worst PR moments for Lil Tjay. He's a guy who usually gets talked about mainly for his music, but he has had some situations with rappers like 6ix9ine. One of the biggest stories he's been involved in the last 2 years, however, is when he survived getting shot 7 times in June 2022. He was initially in critical condition, but ended up surviving that shooting, which is of course a good thing. I'm happy he's here. I even made a video on it back then titled "Pray for Lil Tjay," because I've been an avid listener of his music ever since he came into the game, which is why this story to me is so confusing. He's a very, successful young man, but obviously he still has a lot of growing to do mentally. Now, Lil Tjay was doing a stream last night, one of them alone, and another one with YouTuber and rapper DDG, where he responded to this situation by saying a few things.
I mean, the man is in his early 20s, so of course, like, he still has some growing up to do. He still got like a lot of years from the experience and a lot of stuff that he needs to learn and whatnot. So, like, you can be mad at him for certain things that he be doing, but at the end of the day, you got to realize he's still a young man at the end of the day.
Some of the things he said was, number one, he actually said that he had no clue PlaqueboyMax was before he pulled up to the spot, and that he had never heard of him, which wouldn't be too crazy because he's just now gaining popularity. He also said that he smokes wherever he goes, which is fine, but when you're in another person's property and they politely ask you that you shouldn't be smoking, then obviously you should be respecting that wish. Lil Tjay also flexed some bands, RP to Speaker Knockers, while saying that he would pay for the Airbnb fine that Max would have to pay if the smoke alarm went off.
But if I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro, like, I pulled up for Favi. PlaqueboyMax, no disrespect. I deadass didn't know you. I deadass never heard of you. I pulled up for Favi, bro. Everywhere I go, I be smoking. I pay the fine. How much the cost? Real shit, gang. How much the cost, bro? Whatever. You got this whole shit, gang. It's you. It's you, gang. Like.
So first of all, it's of course not about the fine that he has to pay. It's about respect, which goes without saying. Also, another thing Lil Tjay didn't consider is that PlaqueboyMax streams for a living, so this is actually his job. And if he fucks around and gets banned on the Airbnb app, how is he gonna rent out spaces to keep his money flowing because he streams for a living? Seems like Lil Tjay completely missed the mark. And the fact that he's flexing the band, saying that he's gonna pay it, makes me realize that he's not taking this situation too seriously. But then on this next part, Lil Tjay goes into a few things.
I'm Tjay, gang. I'm in New York. How you think I'm coming, bro? Feel me? My fault. I came through, fucked up your crib. It ain't the end of the world, nigga. I ain't no sorry ass nigga. It is what it is, bro. I told you, bro. You be alright, bro. I pay for that. And to why I didn't, I ain't gonna lie. I just felt like you like, yo, one, it felt like smelled like weed already. Two, you like on some, yo, stop smoking. Thank you. Nigga, I'm a hood nigga, bro. Regardless of the little Tjay image, which I'm trying to, feel me, keep a mid-ground now, bro. Like, I still damn near feel like he was talking a little crazy, bro. Like, niggas ain't never do that. Y'all never been somewhere, no smoking, walk off, hit the...
That's not the point, though. The point of the matter is that if he tell you to not smoke for a reason that he have given you, because I watched part of it, because I watched like at least like that whole entire part, but not the full stream, but at least around that part that everybody was talking about. Like, if he tell you not to smoke for a reason, then you gotta stop smoking, even though that's not even in your Airbnb in the first place. And plus, on top of that, he didn't even invite you originally. He just wanted to, like, he just agreed that you should just come through the session or whatnot out of courtesy. But not only once did he tell you not to smoke, but twice and more, and the third time he kicked you out because you still smoking and whatnot, when you shouldn't be smoking in the Airbnb in the first place because the alarm will go off. And Plaque doesn't even own an Airbnb in the first place. I mean, he rent out the Airbnb, but you didn't. And second of all, he wasn't even talking crazy. If he was talking crazy, he would say, "Oh, look, TJ, you a bitch ass nigga. Like, your music's trash. Wow, stop." He would have said all the crazy shit. He would have said that, but he didn't. He just politely just told you not to smoke in the Airbnb for the smoking alarm reasons and whatnot. Because at the end of the day, the Airbnb is not owned by Plaque. It's like he doesn't own it. He's just renting it out and all that. So it wasn't like, it's all about respect at the end of the day. And you being the hood nigga doesn't matter at this point. Well, it does matter. Like, it really doesn't matter, though. It's about how you... Like, at the end of the day, you can still be a hood nigga, but at the same time have some respect for other people's situations. And, like, just have this respect for general. Because I know plenty of hood niggas who are hood niggas, but they have respect at the end of the day. So, at the end of the day, you can't just go off of your image and you having a background that makes you do this, that, and third. Like, at the end of the day, it's all about respect.
So he did ask him politely like 3 times, so I have no clue what TJ is talking about. Obviously, he's feeling the pressure of the situation, which is why I'm assuming this is clouding his judgment, because like we all seen, he wasn't rude about it, he wasn't disrespectful, he simply asked him to not smoke because the alarm is about to go off, right? Also, he mentioned how it already smelled like weed when he pulled up to the spot, which is funny because you're someone who always smokes. It's gonna always smell Zaza wherever you go, right? Ask me how I know. And this is where things get very bad, because he mentions...
Yeah, how do you know? How?
How he's a hood nigga, right? Essentially saying that, hey, you can't tell me what to do, man. Hood ninja or not doesn't give you the right to do what the hell you want to do in people's spaces. That's common sense, common decency. It doesn't take an astronaut to realize that, okay? But this is way worse because he says that if he wasn't on camera, he would have slapped PlaqueboyMax.
2-3 minutes, I pulled up and it's like, you feel me? My son said, yo, can you not smoke? Excuse me, a thank you or appreciate it. Like that, immediately. I ain't even put the blunt out. I'm like, you think I've been in jail, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I've been in jail as a minor, bro. I was a felon at 13. I don't know who supposed to think Lil TJ is, bro. You feel me? Excuse me, appreciate it. What type of reaction you really think you gonna get from that, gang? Like, you think you my mother, bro? Like, for real, nigga, slap the shit out of you. I'm on camera, bro, so I'm woo-woo, like, you feel me? So, like, you get a little cold shoulder, like, who you talking to, feel me? And I'm like, I ain't gonna lie to you. And I don't got no problem saying that. I'm damn near mind blown, nigga. Don't care that much, bro. It's like, I'm looking like, woo, I'm here for Favi and I'm just out, bro. I ain't even know that nigga was a streamer, though.
So there's a couple things on.
I mean, and with that type of mentality, you ain't gonna make it to C25. If you want to like be like that and start slapping random niggas just because you feel disrespected over something that's not even that serious, that's way totally the opposite of that. Just because a nigga is telling you politely just to not smoke in their shit for a reason, but yet you decided to take it personally and you decided the best way to resolve this by you putting your hands on somebody and you choose to do what you want. That right there, that careless activity would get you nothing but prison or you to the grave. And you should and Lil TJ should actually know about this, considering the fact that he basically got shot behind whatever it is that led up to him getting shot and whatnot. But you just can't be going around slapping people like that, because nowadays niggas be packing. They don't fight.
I want to talk about here. First of all, I will say that I'm disappointed to see that Lil TJ thinks like this. 23 is young, but not young enough to not realize where he went wrong. Also, this entire hood nigga mentality, gotta touch on that really quickly. You guys could hear what Lil TJ said. He said, I was a felon at 13. I don't know why that's relevant, but that's what he said. And then he kind of followed up with saying, I can't let nobody speak to me like that. People with this type of mindset, often, rooted in the street or hood mentality, tend to see a simple, polite request as a form of disrespect or someone trying to play in their face. And there's a logical explanation for this, because growing up in a rough environment where survival is key often leads to the development of defense mechanisms. And these defense mechanisms are rooted in hypermasculinity, and they're of course designed to prevent vulnerability and avoid being seen as a victim. I can understand where he's coming from, but at a certain point, especially as a grown man, we have to stop using our past circumstances as an excuse for disrespecting others. Being a felon at 13 has nothing to do with your current reality, because you're a famous, successful rapper with access to wealth and opportunities. That's your actual reality, right? And one of my longtime viewers hit the nail on the head. Shout out to Yeah No. She said, masculinity and fragility are often confused in hip-hop, and it's honestly sad. Completely agree, because it's 2025. This street are often confused in hip-hop, and it's honestly sad. Completely agree, because it's 2025. This street mentality needs to go. With so many opportunities available today, why cling to a mindset that holds you back when you could be influencing others positively and making a real difference in the world? Please tell me why. The reason why so many young black men fall into this mindset is, first and foremost, the absence of father figures in their lives. As a result, they end up idolizing neighborhood drug dealers or rappers who pretend to have been those dealers. They mistakenly see that as the image of what it means to be a man, and I'm focusing on young black men, father figures in their lives. As a result, they end up idolizing neighborhood drug dealers or rappers who pretend to have been those dealers. They mistakenly see that as the image of what it means to be a man, and I'm focusing on young black men because that's what I can personally relate to. But this isn't exclusive to one group of people. I mean, in general, especially on the internet, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, but you can see how the men who gain all the support are these so-called alpha males who are overly loud and aggressive. But let's be real, these types of people are usually overcompensated for something.
I've lived the lowest lows and the highest highs.
Well, what's
this
the
motherfucker.
distinction? After you make X amount, hundreds of thousands of dollars, if you look at these studies done on this, it does not.
I don't fit no fucking studies.
It does not
bro.
hugely improve a person's life.
Are you proud of who the fuck
bro,
you are?
Why
well,
don't
look
you
at.
even
Are
let
you
me
proud?
get-
If you look in the mirror, would you guys say this motherfucker's proud of who the fuck he is? That's a bag of trash, dude. Pull your fucking shirt
Because
off.
I've been.
Tell me you're fucking proud
Because
of yourself.
I've been to fucking prison.
Jesus Christ!
Because
look
I've been
at
to
you,
prison?
bro. You got 10-inch arms and tits. Men don't have tits.
No,
you
they
guys.
go to.
But this motherfucker look like he takes steroids. I'd rather have short arms with tits than than having a cheap way of having muscles. You know what I mean? That's all steroids. Somebody get Brucey Kibbutz the fuck up out of here.
Prison where they get fucked.
Yeah,
where
they
get
do.
fucked up the.
You've never been to prison. Look,
That's
you talking
what
about shit you
happens.
don't know.
A man who constantly has to scream and shout to prove himself is rarely as secure as he wants you to believe, and that's a fact. This kind of mindset obviously only leads to two outcomes: the graveyard and a small cell where other men control every aspect of your life. Just take a look at the countless examples
what I
out
said
there.
earlier.
It's a destructive path with no real wins. And it's so crazy how this still plagues so many young minds out there. This is one of the reasons why YNs are a thing now. YNs being young ninjas, right? The straight up belligerence and lack of respect for other people is just so sad. And when it comes to Lil TJ, by the way, we know that he's an independent artist now, and if you don't nurture these types of relationships, because streamers are the new rappers, you're gonna get left behind. I mean, you guys see all these mainstream celebrities run into Kai Cenat like Usain Bolt. If you guys only knew how much he's getting paid from these record labels, Kai Cenat is having a full course meal that boy's eating. And overall, people just want to support someone who they feel like is a decent human being, and I don't think Lil TJ realizes what he did. I think all rappers can learn from this particular situation. At the end of the day, you gotta drop the ego, because it seems like that's the downfall of a lot of rappers. When you build an image on being seen as hard, that's something you gotta maintain, which honestly just sounds so exhausting, because imagine walking around all day not being able to just relax. It's one thing if you're still in the hood, I get it, but if you make it out, wasn't that the reason why you worked so hard? To relax and enjoy your life? I hope Lil
Yeah, I don't get the whole staying in the hood mentality thing. I don't get it, because the hood don't really love you. Like, the hood don't really give a fuck about nobody. Me being from Philly, actually West Philly at that, born and raised, there's a lot of shit that's going on and whatnot. Like, I still got like some people that I usually talk to, but that was a long time ago. But I do know for a fact that like last time I lived in Philly, it's like it's getting bad to the point where like me, my mom, my brother, we had to like move up out of there and shit like that. And I'm glad that we did, because it was getting bad. Because if I would have still stayed in Philly, I most likely would have been in prison or dead and whatnot. I wouldn't even be here. So shout out to Mom Dukes for that. And on top of that, like me being from Philly, I know for a fact that the hood doesn't really give a fuck about you and whatnot. You can die in the hood the next day, and then the day afterwards, like the hood is gonna keep on carrying on and carry on. Hell, doesn't even give a fuck about you or your funeral and whatnot. So I don't get why people be thinking this hood mentality shit is the way to go, or being hood is cool and whatnot. Even motherfuckers that's never been from the hood, never been to the hood, want to act like everything is all cool and whatnot. Being hood is cool just because they see a favorite rapper, just because they see their favorite rapper on TV that's not even hood in the first place, want to portray acting lifestyle. You know what I mean? Just being an actor as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I just don't get that shit. It's like, there's nothing cool about being hood. It's nothing cool about that. And that's what a lot of people need to realize.
Tjay takes this experience as a learning opportunity. He has a promising career ahead of him, but situations like this can leave a stain on his reputation. Acting this way in such a public story can damage relationships and close doors that could have been valuable to his growth and success. People who are ready to bless you with the right opportunities may now hold back because they see how you treat other people. This is a very real consequence, but it's something many rappers don't seem to consider. A wave of negative press only adds to the damage, making it harder to build trust and secure future opportunities. There's more people who pay attention to you than you could ever realize. Trust me when I say that. Anyway, if you made it this far, that means that you enjoyed this video, so how about drop a like? And if you're new here, my name is Blackie Speaks, so nice to meet you. Welcome to the family. We obviously got more room. What do you guys think about Lil Tjay's response to Plaqueboy though? Curious to hear what you guys have to say. I'll catch you in the comment section below, but most importantly of all, I'll catch you on the next video. Peace. I'm out.
Okay, that was a W video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys on the next one. I love you guys, and I'm out.
You can run, you can hide, you can bite, you can bark, but at the end of the day, you cannot escape from the dark. This world is hell, so what can you do? Positive power and protest is not enough to eliminate the wickedness that's cruel, like robbing hardworking folks for their money and killing innocent people with the lack of accountability. Corrupt cops locking a black person up for a small crime, but let a white person off for the murderous crimes for show. Difficult situations is hard, but life is a lot harder. Experiencing both, it may be tough. Evil people's out to do evil things. It's best for you to mind yours and stay in your lane. But yo.